Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here on a Wednesday night for round one, race two of the QRL Playoff Series. David Owens won last week, so he's guaranteed a spot. Keep that in mind as our top 12 drivers of the regular season are battling out to make the top 8 after 3 rounds. You're gonna have to excuse me for my lack of presentation for the letting you know who's going where. Got home a little late and had computer issues, so sorry about that, but I will try to get guys updated on who that top 12 are at the time. But your top 3 right now after the poll: Scotty S. Step's gonna be sitting on the pole. Jax Duvall came in second. Joey Stires picked up P3. Alex McWhorter got 4. Steve Fugit 5, newcomer. I haven't seen his name before. Number 6, Sam Milliken. 7, Ryan Twim. 8, Graham McGivern. 9, Billy Kiefer. And number 10, Big Pim Loof there, made the top 10. We're gonna be having 70 laps here at Talladega Speedway. It's gonna be a lot of restrictor plate racing here if anyone's never seen it before. Restrictor plate means that they're limited on horsepower and how much air that the engine can get. So it's all going to be about staying in line, catching that draft, and getting big runs and pushing your friend or enemy, whoever it may be at the time, to the front line there as we get ready to go here. Green flag racing. See if the guys started gridding up yet. They may have. I'm checking in. All right. They are gridding up as we speak. Turn down this music a little bit. All right. There we go. There's the engine. Sorry, boys. Sorry, boys. All right. All right, and just to update you guys, so David Owens is in with that win last week. Joey Stires is in P2. Mitch Diamond, Alex McWhorter, Terry Murphy, Sam Milliken, Thomas Fox, Ty Killa. Ty Killa's on the bubble, so he's P8 after race 1. And then Nathan Maurer, P9, Dave Kirkpatrick, P10. Also, he is tied with Anthony Moss Jr. for that. And Justin B. White is going to be your top 12 fighting it out tonight. So keep an eye on those names, and I'll try to remind you guys as we keep going on here. And there's your pole winner right there, the 048 of Scotty S. Step in that Sheets Chevy Camaro right there. Starting P2, that's going to be Jax Duvall in that number 84 car on outside lane. And Joey Stires, P3, starting off second row back, right there with Alex McWhorter. And then our newcomer, haven't seen him around here too often, that 94 Napa car, going to be row 3 with Sam Milliken. Want to say thank you to everyone tuning in tonight on this Wednesday night. Hope you guys are staying warm. I know it's been a lot of rain lately, but just saying thank you for coming out, checking this series out with me as we get ready to go. Looks like we're coming around turn 3 here, and I believe you're not going to be able to pass under the yellow line to make a pass. You might be seeing some cars just back way out of it to stay out of the way. Kind of interested in that. Not sure what car that is on the apron, if that's going to cause a problem off the green line, but we're going to see what happens here. All right, pace car is heading off the track as Scotty S. says bring them through the tri-oval. This start finish line is a little bit later in the run, but there is the Geico restart line, and away they should be going. There is the Geico restart line. I'm sorry. Now they are off to the races. As we are green flag racing here at Talladega Speedway. Race 2 of round 1. Oh, car dives down low. Already cut down the inner apron. Next gen cars seem to run better in that middle lane to outside lane. A little more momentum, I feel, but we're going to see how these Xfinity cars play out tonight. As it looks like Joey and Ryan Twinham are headed down to the apron. Going to let some of these cars pass and trying to stay out of the way of the big one. Bold strategy, Cotton. We're going to have to see how that plays out tonight. Or maybe they're trying to link up with their teammates because 70 laps, depending on the fuel, might be able to do a one pit stop. So you're going to see some cars maybe lagging in the back. But if you lag too far, you lose that draft pack, you're going to be gone in a quick minute. As the ball seems to take the lead in that inner lane, and Sam Milliken's heading up that outside line. Pim Luke, the 083 right behind him. Tires will not be an issue here due to the high banks of Talladega Speedway. They will help, but they will not be a major factor. So when cars come in the pit, you may see left sides only, 2 tire stops, or no tire stops, splash of fuel, just depending on how this race turns out. Looks like we have 2 groups forming up now. This is the front pack, and a little bit further, you can see that second pack led by Joey Stiers and Ryan Twinham on the inside lane. There's Mitch Diamond, one of your playoff drivers. At number 65, Blue Mustang. Ty Killa, the 24, also playoff driver. Oh, it looks like we're going 3 wide. Looks like David Owens is using that high outside lane. Taking a chance, but he does have some help on the very outside lane. That's 2 or 3 cars trying the outside lane, joining David Owens, as Pim Luke and Sam Milliken are trying to head up that middle lane. Oh, someone's into the wall a little dust up there. But 3 lanes already this early in the race. Lap 3, they're already going 3 wide at the front, and this is what probably Joey Stiers and Ryan Twinham are trying to avoid, is this kind of racing up at the front, but maybe they're trying to get it situated up here, get back in line. That middle line needs to join the higher line maybe, and they can do 2 by 2, but right now, it's a nail biter. Not too many cars on that inside line, but the outside line, I mean, but that inside line is starting to form up and get organized. You need at least 3 cars with you to really make that draft work. David Owens bails out down on the apron. So is Dave Kirkpatrick. He's seen enough. As the rest of the pack charges on, they're not afraid. They want some more. And they're knocking at your front door. So come on and get it. As we're lap 4 here out of 70 at Talladega Speedway. That Dr. Pepper car always making me thirsty. He's getting pushed right behind Anthony Moss Jr., that number 9. Also, that is a playoff driver. Keep your eyes on him, that number 9. Quick look at that number 33 car, Graham McGivern. Good to see him back out here racing. Let's take a look at our leader. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Pim Luke is in the lead as the ball takes the inside lane. Great job there by the number 33 of Pim. He's got Carter right behind him in that number 6 car, Toyota Supra, pushing him right along, but looks like they got organized now. And six laps down, still everyone racing real clean. They're starting to get a little more organized. Looks like they're pretty much everyone in the front's kind of happy where they're at. You got a second pack a little bit further back, using that inside line, just taking their time, not wanting to be up here with anything that could happen, but it seems like everyone has some patience right now. 2 by 2, they are still going. Everybody looks like they're pretty happy. Everyone's having some patience here, not making any sudden moves. This is going to be a long race. It takes about, I don't know, 52 seconds a lap. We're 7 down. So sit down, strap in, grab yourself a cold one, and enjoy the races here in the sights and sounds of Talladega Speedway. All right, and at number 9 and 24 car, those are your playoff drivers fighting in this round of 12. Someone to keep an eye on is going to be Nate Maurer. He needs a big step up in performance. Last week, I believe he got wrecked and dropped down in the standings. Right now, he's running number P21, a little bit further back in the field. Let's take a look at that 971 car. Had a great regular season. I believe he picked up 5 wins this year. And yeah, definitely doesn't want to be caught up in anything big. Same thing with Joey Stiers. David Owens, that number 11 car, really has nothing to worry about. He might be wanting to help a friend, but he did qualify for the second round with that win last week at Bristol. Looks like we have a new leader up at the front. Looks like Alex McCorder fighting it out right now. Picked up that P1 spot. As you see him, he's trying to stay in front of the lane with the most momentum. But things are starting to pick up at the front of the field. Tim Luke doing a great job. Right behind him, that Carter, they seem like they're a pretty good team right now. Sam Milliken, that P8, also behind Carter in that outside lane. As Alex McCorder, and then 84 Duvall and Scotty Estep run that inside lane. But keep an eye on that 15 as see if there's any bump drafting yet, or if it's just all slight pushes. But this early in the race, I wouldn't expect any bump drafting at the moment. Oh, looks like Sam Milliken's getting tired, trying to get that outside lane started. You have to be careful. Pim's going up high. He's going to lose that draft at the push of the Supra, as all the cars are going to go by him right now. He's going to have to find a place back in line without causing any problems. Looks like he does succeed in that, as Carter's takes charge of that outside lane. Sam deciding if he wants to push him or not, or take over. But there goes the 84. Duvall to the outside lane, leaves the 15 high and dry right now. That's going to help that outside line create a little more momentum, a little more draft. Let's see how the 6 and the 84 work together. As you see, the 84 just dropped down in front. Let's take a look, see what his back bumper's looking like right now. So right now we're on board with Duvall. He is the front runner right now. See what he does as this 6 car's coming up on the outside lane. Is he going to creep up in front of him? No, he's going to stay in place. That outside line looking good, as you see cars starting to peep around corners, getting impatient, wanting that front spot. That looks like Milliken's got a good run on the outside. If you've noticed, the outside line got front runners keep dropping down in front of that front line. I feel like if everyone would just stay in place on the outside line and create that momentum, they'd have a better chance. But we'll see what happens. There seems to be a pattern happening with once that outside car clears, they like to jump in front of that front row. As Alex McCorder in 84 also did that, and now they are stuck 3 rows back already. Let's see how Pim does back in traffic. He's in between Ty Killa. Maybe Buddy Sally is looking like, but some good pushing going on the outside line. Like to see that. Good stuff right there. As Anthony Moss Jr. is on the back bumper of that 8 car. Beautiful thing here, folks. We got 30 participants tonight, 30 race car drivers from far and wide, driving their cars all the way down here to Alabama, Talladega, to get on the field to race this beautiful playoff race here. But exciting action right now. Race 2 of round 1, live from Talladega Speedway. We're on board with Ty Killa, that number 24 car. Just seeing how close he is, giving him a little bump there. Oh, he turned. Oh, gets him a little too close. He got on the too far right edge and almost gets the 9 loose. That is not how you want to bump, especially in a turn. You want to bump on straightaways unless you know what you're doing. You can bump on corners if you got confidence, but that was not. The 9 almost lost it there. And once again, you see the 9 dropping down to the front inside row. And as the outside line keeps moving up and filtering in front of that front line. Pim once again dropping to that high, going up to that high line, dropping back. Might not be comfortable up there. As he drops back down underneath, joining the line. Back to our leaders. There's Anthony Moss Jr. doing a great job. Let's see if anyone can push Ty Killa the way he was pushing. He's a very aggressive pusher. Have to keep an eye on that 24 car as the race goes by, as we're 16 laps down here. Cars can't stay right behind each other for that long. They need to kind of peek out, get some fresh air to that front radiator to help keep these cars cool. Bump drafting for too long will overheat the car, so you'll have to keep an eye on that. You'll see some cars peeking their nose out, just getting some fresh air to that car. But for the most part, you want to bump on the straightaways. You do not want to push the guy pushing the car in front of him. Just causes more problems than not, but 17 down still. Keep an eye on that Jack Daniels car, 925. Outside line starting to develop. Oh, we got 3 wide now going into the front row. Just for a moment. Now the 37 of Smith, that Dr. Pepper car takes the lead on the outside line. Great job by those two working their way in as they both tried it for the same piece of racetrack. They almost got into it there. And now let's see what Tykilla can do in an outside lane. As the 9 Anthony Moss Jr. is going to leave the Jack Daniels car out high and dry, but the Jack Daniels car is able to cut back in front of Anthony Moss. No harm, no foul. You need to be careful there when you're up in the front, or if you're trying to gain positions. One false move like that, you let the guy have a run, he will take that spot in a heartbeat, and you'll be left out high and dry with no partner. Looks like they are catching a back marker right now. That looks like that might be Joseph Hoopless here out by himself. We're going to have to see what happens when the field catches up to him. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as that develops. But they are going to catch him in a hurry with a car like that all by himself. And this pack's going to be hunting him down. That second pack's getting a little bit further back. Single file still. There's Ryan Twinham outside in that yellow car way in the back. All right, let's see what the field decides to do. If they can maneuver around this guy without an issue. Coming up on lap 21 here. Laps are ticking by. No big accidents, no cautions yet. Everyone's racing real clean. Had some close calls, but nothing major. As that lap car's going to stay up in the high lane. All right, as he stays up to the high lane, let's see how everyone gets by. Calm nerves. Everyone's okay. Looks like there won't be a problem. Oh, he gets a little bit in the concrete. And that's safer barrier wall, but no worse for wear. Oh, looks like we got that outside line starting to get a little more impatient. Scotty S steps looking for that middle lane if anyone will help him. Pim looks to help him as the outside two cars needs help too. Who's he going to choose? Scotty S step left all alone right now. Oh, Alex McCorder's going to come down. Buddy Sally also in that middle lane, leaving Tykilla to the outside with no help. Tykilla tries to come back down to join that bottom lane. And Pim's going to be the odd man out and get cycled back all this a couple spots. It's going to need to rejoin safely. Live and learn, and there you go. That's just kind of the hand he was dealt, but just going to have to file back in line at 033 and start over again. As we're 22 laps down, 23 as they pass the start-finish line. Keep an eye on Tykilla pushing that Scotty F stuff car to see if he's just as aggressive as he was earlier. It looks like he's going to take the high line, folks. Yep, there is Smith coming in on a 37 car down low, filling in that spot. He has a good partner on the outside line. There's Tykilla, Buddy Sally, Alex McCorder, and the 909 of Keffer or Brower, newcomers tonight. I'm sure these guys are here to help their buddy out. I would expect. We're going to have some guys coming in late notice like that, but That's okay. Everyone seems to be having a fair shot at this, because this is one of our biggest fields of the season. Seems like nobody wants to stay in line, but there's Mitch Diamond being very patient, using the outside line. He's going to be getting pushed up here to the front by his buddy there in the 82. That's Ottlinger. People got a pit stop, maybe. Trying to take a look on Pim here. Looks like he might have lost control. That might bring out a yellow. No, it's not. He was supposed to probably come in and pit. Got too hot as we had some early pitters. That's lap 26. These guys are coming in. That would have been Chris Morrell, Jared Kelly, and Pim Luth coming in early for this pit strategy. We'll have to see how that plays out, as Jared Kelly's going to be leaving the pits right now in that 55 car. That's going to hurt this team, because you need at least 3 cars to make the draft work effectively. 2 cars aren't going to cut it, but we'll have to see how this plays out here. Back with our leader, Buddy Sally. We'll have to keep an eye on pit stops now. That's one thing here at Talladega. You're bringing in so much speed in the pit lane. You need to be aware of your brakes and how hard you can hit them and bring it in under control. One false move can ruin your night. All right, and there's the 2 cars of Kelly and Smorrell. They did pit with that trifecta of Pim Luth, but Pim seemed to lose control. Saw him coming in on the grass. It's going to leave those 2 out hanging out there, so this field should pick them off very slightly. We'll just have to see how they join back with the lead group. All right, we have more pit stops. That's going to be Nate Maurer. Terrible view. I'm sorry. Let's go TV1. Okay, Nate Maurer, David Owens, 77 of Neil, all joining back in. Let's go back live, though, as the front pack's going to be meeting up with the lap cars. Outside they go. They're staying up high out of the way. They don't want to stay too high. They want to get with someone. As you see Tykilla coming in through our screen to the pit stops. That's another group. That's Tykilla, Chris Smith, Jeff Pfeiffer, David Carter, Sam Milken, John Ott, Jeff S. Carter, and Dave Kirkpatrick. That's going to be a group of 8 or 6 cars coming in right now for their stops. If this is any sign of what's left to come, if this is a complete green flag run. So, okay, so we have cars coming in at lap 30. I mean, that makes you think they're having to come in again before lap 60 or so. But let's keep an eye on some of the cars that stayed out, the latest slower cars with like Joey Stiers in that group. I'm sorry, Joey did pit already also. Now we have another third group coming in of Buddy Sally, Woo, got some cars coming in hot. Another car losing control right there. I can't see who that is on the top left of your screen, but another car lost control there. That's going to be hurtful for him. He is not going to have a dance partner to come out on the track with. And that was a number 95 car, I believe. I'm not sure. But there's Matt Oppenker, Mitch Diamond, both coming out. Buddy Sally now leaving the pit stops. Okay, Scotty Estep. This group for top 3 have not pitted yet, so keep an eye on them. That's the Estep, Duvall, and Brower have yet to pit. Also, Matt Oppenker has yet to pit. And here they come now, folks. Keep an eye on it. 3 wide coming in. Jack Daniels on the brakes hard. 920 almost gets into him. Looks like everyone comes in no worse for wear, as those are your leaders. Matt Oppenker still has not come in, has not pitted yet. We're expecting his pit stop here shortly. But if this continues green flag racing, we can't expect another green flag pit stop later in on the run. Matt might have made a mistake. If my intel is correct, he is not going to have a dance partner to come in with. He's going to be all by himself on pit road. That is going to be a big mistake unless he can join back with the field when it cycles out, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. Back to the leaders at hand. 048, Scotty Estep leading the race here in the Sheets car. As he's going to be coming in maybe, or is he getting out of the way? I think he's just getting out of the way. He doesn't like what the front of the field's up to, as Doug Neal takes over in that 77 car. David Owens now second place, pushing him. Doug Neal up 21 spots tonight. Started back in 22nd, up 21 spots. Good job right now. David Owens P2, Anthony Moss Jr., Ryan Twinham, Lone Ranger coming in here. Seems like no one wants to help that number 9 car, Anthony Moss Jr. Help is coming, but he's going to lose quite a few positions right now. Oh, further back in the pack. Some cars almost going 3 wide there. All right, folks, hopefully there's not a caution or anything. I'll be right back. I need to take care of something real quick, but enjoy this racing, and I'll be back as soon as I can. All right, I am back. Sorry about that. Well, you guys missed my voice. Very sexy voice of mine. I understand. I am back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, no cautions came out, thank God. Oh, we have it looks like I might have had that's lap 32. All right, folks, I've got a replay here of Matt Oppengler. I'm going to take a look, see what happened real quick. Okay, it looks like he just packed it up and put it in the pits. I'm not sure what quite happened, but we'll go back live racing. Just wanted to show that. That's the 82 of Oppengler. All right, and cars are starting to really dive down to that inside lane. Looks like that's the favorite for some reason, but I do believe that wears your tires out a little bit more. I personally love that high line. But you got two cars in the way back using a high line. Everyone else is falling in line, probably trying to save fuel right now. This might come down to fuel mileage or just try to save and get that top splash to be out of the pits the fastest. So we'll have to keep an eye on, see what happens. Doug Neal still leading your pack right now. As they're coming three wide now. That high lane does not get support right now. Seems like no one's willing to dare that safer barrier on the outside wall. But the outside lane wants to stay right there, maybe 2 and 3 right in the middle of it. But no one really wants to make it 3 wide right now, understandably. Just a little bit over halfway right now in our race. Ryan Twittem jumping down low out of the way. Him and Joey Sires, they got something up their sleeve. They're trying to definitely work together. See what these two are up to later on in the race. But right now we have a push for the outside lane. There's Mitch Diamond at 65. Scotty Estep tries to come down in front of the 65. Has plenty enough time to get down low. No issues there. There's David Levin, number 11, pushing that 77. He is bump drafting for sure. You want to stay a little bit to the right on turns. Give him a nice little push there. The closer that 033 can be, though, to David Owens, the easier it'll make his job to push the 77, which will help the whole line itself get faster. That is basically the name of the game. That 33 needs to close the gap to help push David Owens so he can literally push the 77. And get that line moving a little bit faster in turn. The whole line goes, but you can look at that outside line right now. They seem very organized right now. Very close-knit pack starting to form. Oh, as David Neal drops down low, he doesn't want no more getting pushed. David Owens letting his name be known that he wants the front, and if you don't want to be up there, then get out of the way. As now they're 3 wide. Anthony Machida, Ty Killa trying to make that outside line work. You have Alex McWhorter and the newcomer using that middle lane, and Owens, Pim, and Scotty Estep running the bottom lane right now. Pim Lou trying to get his lap back, but no stranger, as they're almost 4 wide, as Anthony Moss Jr. thought better. But they're going to be leaving that black middle car all alone high and dry unless he can make a move, but he's not. And you're going to see him just slip right on to the back. Wow, you just imagine this being at the end of the race and these cars racing so close together, battling for that finish line. That's what's to come in less than 30 laps right now. That 4-car line can really make a difference if they just stick close together and really get that draft going. They can beat that inside line. But you have stuff like that happen where that black Chevrolet just cut down one of that spot. You can't leave an opening or someone will take it. Now Alex McCorder dropping down low. David Owens going up high now to the high line, but does he have any help? He's hoping someone joins him, but that's not the case. Is he's gonna, oh, he has that high outside line maybe joining him. Let's see what these 3 or 4 can do together with getting that outside line going. Another lap car in the distance. I can see him coming as the lap lead pack is going to be catching him in no time. 24, Ty Killa giving that number 9 car a push. Both those cars are playoff contenders. Owens is locked in and McCorder still looking for his spot. Once again, guys, keep your eyes on Joey Stiers, Mitch Diamond, Alex McCorder, Terry Murphy, Sam Milliken, Thomas Fox, Ty Killa, Nathan Maurer, Dave Kirkpatrick, Anthony Moss, and Justin White. Looks like White did not make the field tonight. That's going to be hurting his chances later on at race 3. But nothing you can't bounce back with this win and you're in scenario. And that number 11 car leading the pack has won last week's race. So he is in. Remember, he is locked in. And all other standings are going to be points based as the elimination rounds continue. David Owens has control of the race right now. But he started on the high line and now is on the bottom line. And the trend is starting to continue with the outside line leaders jumping in front of the low car leader and getting cycled back. If the high line would just stay together, they could push past these cars and start a new line that people want to stay in. Oh, Tequila gets a little loose there behind Pim Lou. See how Pim handles Ty Killa behind him. I know he's a little more aggressive driver. I'm not sure how this will pan out. You gotta keep an eye on that 033 car and the 24 as Anthony Moss Jr.'s giving David Owens a bump there in the 11 car. All right, and then we saw our leader, Doug Neal, earlier. He jumped down in the apron, and now he's starting to group up with that backpack of Cyrus Maurer and Ryan Twinham. Feel like they have something up their sleeves for this race. Checking in. Let's see where Chris Morrill and Jared Kelly are. Looks like they are heading up the backpack. These guys, keep an eye on these guys because this could be the fuel saving strategy. Remember, some of the cars that are going flat out would be 60 laps, so take a look around 60 to go. There's 60 laps left to go. Right now we are at 55 laps to go, so 5 more laps. We could be expecting more pit stops, guys. But back at the front, it's starting to tighten up. McWhorter can't make that outside line work. Anthony Moss Jr. is going to take his chance on the outside line with Alex McWhorter behind him, see how he can push him. Because Scotty isn't getting the job done right now as that inside line is continuing to dominate. All right, as those lap numbers continue to drop down, drivers' patience are going to be wearing thinner and thinner as the race goes on. Everybody wants to be able to have a shot at this race win, especially playoff contenders. Kaikila gives a bump to the 909. Oh, Owens takes off down the apron. He does not like what he sees, or he might have got loose. Now he's got to stay down the apron and just get back on the track safely, or he might pit. I'm not sure what his strategy is going to be now as he's trying to rejoin. Keep an eye on that number 11 car. I know we're up here in the Goodyear blimp. Thank you, Goodyear, by the way, for continuing to support these tires here for these race car drivers. But he's in no man land. He might get dropped, caught back up with the backpack. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But as Anthony Moss Jr. now takes the lead, it's too hot. Stay out of the kitchen as the front pack is pushing up the field right now. So lap 22 to go. That should be 48 laps, right? Yeah. No, I'm off. 58 laps, something like that. But pit stops for the front pack might be coming up soon. New leader of the race, Billy Kiefer. Now up in the lead at 909, Black Chevrolet after David Owens had to take a dip down to the apron. All right, we have pit stops now underway. Joey Stires leads in the first group to pit. Here comes Joey. He is joined by David Owens, Nate Maurer, Doug Neal, and Ryan Twinham. That was a coordinated move. Must have been team orders to come in together now for the rest of this race. With 20 to go, we'll see what happens. Nice little grouping coming out now. Back to the front of the field. Keep an eye on more pit stops coming up. That group of four that pitted might be something to deal with now because they'll be going full throttle, picked up the least amount of fuel they could, and now they need to join. But as you can see, the leaders, they are chasing down that group of 4. They have not been able to connect. As you see spacing between David Owens and Ryan Twinham, that move might not have paid off for that group. We'll have to see how this pays out as pit stop cycle. Pit cars that want to pit are going to need to get down that low lane to make pit entry a lot easier. If you're stuck in an outside lane, you're not going to be able to come into pit stops. All right, taking a look back, that group still has not got coordinated. They are not hooked up drafting, so that is going to be time lost to another group that can come in and get connected quicker. Too much spacing in between these 4. Okay, we have another group. Chris Morrill, Jared Kelly, Grant McGivern, Sam Milliken, Dave Kirkpatrick, and Terry Murphy are all coming in right now for pit stops. Pit stop, pit lane. All right, that is your second group. Let's see how they can come in and get out together as a group. The quicker you can get out of this group, the better. You can get in each other's draft and start pushing up to that top speed. All right, as pit stops are commencing, let's see how quick they can get in and out of here. All right, cars are coming off on the track. All right, looking good. Terry Murphy leads them out. Chris Morrill right behind. And there is Sam Milliken, not too far behind, but here comes the lead pack in a hurry. And they're trying to stay, the pit cars need to stay behind that yellow line until they get to the blue cone. Remember that. There's the blue cone right now. You see passing as they're trying to merge in. Terry Murphy thinks better. Now they have room to merge in safely, just like get on our freeway. All right, another group. We have Ott, Sally, and Steve Huget all coming in right now. Back to our leaders, 2 by 2. They are going to need to come in. There is no way they're going to make it on fuel. And there's the 94 rolling out a pit lane. A little bit behind everybody. That is going to be costly to him. Oh, as the outside car, Andy Moss Jr. gets outside, is going to give him a push maybe as he gets back in line, trying to keep that momentum going because this is for all the marbles. Great job there by Chris Morrill and his team. It looks like he caught the draft. Keep an eye on that Chris Morrill car. He's going to be up to top speed and timing with the lead pack, unlike the other cars we saw earlier pit. As you see, Andy Moss Jr. giving Ty Killough that big push down the front stretch. But these cars are going to have to pit and make it happen quick. Oh, they both come down low. Ty Killough thinks better. Lets Andy Moss Jr. have it as Alex McWhorter comes on the high side and starts pushing Ty Killough. P1 through P10 have not pitted yet, ladies and gentlemen. So keep that in mind. 10 cars still yet to pit on the lead lap in contention right now. Getting aggressive on Andy Moss Jr., really pushing him. And Pim might not like this spot he's in because he's dealing with a guy that wants it really bad in Ty Killough, that 24 car. He has no time for lillygagging. He needs his spots. $14 to go here. It's getting closer and closer down to crunch time. And I know we do have a green-white checkered finish. Might have a couple attempts, maybe? I don't remember. We'll have to keep an eye on that if there happens to be a caution at the end of the race. All right, big pit stops coming in right now, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! We got to see what happens right now. Oh, we got brakes hitting, getting hot, coming in hot. Okay. Looks like everyone might be worse for wear. That's a total of 7 cars right now coming in. That means there is a couple more cars out there still on the lead lap that have not pitted. Looks like we have Tommy Fox and Jeff Pfeiffer still not pitted. We're gonna have to see how these turn out right now as this group cycles out. Tommy Fox right now in the lead. He has not pitted also. Your next leader is gonna be Doug Neal. Doug Neal, keep an eye on Doug Neal right now. As these cars come off pit lane, that's gonna be your 3-4 big groups that came in. All right, look at the fight right now. Let's see how the group of this and Chris Morrell work out for the lead after his pit stop cycle out. Now they have joined into a nice tight group, running that bottom line, trying to get as much speed as they can and quick times to catch back up to how the pit stop cycled out. Okay, though, the cars that started out in front and lead and still have pitted, made pit stops complete to the end of the race. That's going to be Mitch Diamond in this group. They have pitted, and they are in front of that other pack we just saw with Joey Stiers. These 4 need to work together as hard as they can because that other group is coming in a hurry. But they have some cars to work around and go up to the high side as they make their chase to Diamond. Diamond will be in the lead after the top 3 have pitted. Those top 3 are probably hoping for a yellow to come out. Let's see how this big group can operate and get things sorted out. 11 to go here at Talladega Speedway for QRL Racing Series on Wednesday nights. Glad to have you, presented by Cavalcade Racing. We are in for a hell of a finish. As your front leader here, as you see Jack Savall, Tommy Pfeiffer, all these cars, that front pack, still have yet to pit. That is Jack Savall, Tommy Fox, Jeff Pfeiffer. Still need to pit if my coordinations are correct. But Mitch Diamond, oh, we got a car going into the front safer barrier. That should bring out a yellow. It might. He went into the apron with no contact. I'm not sure what might happen. That was Ty Killa crashed. That was a playoff driver, and that did not bring out a yellow. Unbelievable. iRacing officials have yet to turn another blind eye to the situation as Mitch Diamond leads this pack right now. Oh, the car's just begging for that yellow, did not get it. Let's take another quick look at that crash. Ty Killa coming in on underneath the apron. Gets a little loose coming. Oh, Pim Luke gets sideswiped by Pim, door to door, 24, goes into the wall. Unbelievable, folks. Woo! All right, let's go back live racing now here with 10 to go at Talladega Speedway. The group has tightened up. There's Stiers, there's Maurer, there's all the big hitters. Mitch Diamond leading it out as you see Neal go to the outside. In the quarter pushing Neal right now. Ooh, it's getting close now, baby. Let's go. Stiers, Neal, Smith, all in that top group. That move by Chris Morrell and the team, though, looks like it's not going to pay off as they like, as they're a little bit further back and not running in a single file. This is going to hurt their chances to get that top group. But let's go back up to the front and see what happens with some of these cars that are a lap down still. They're going 3 wide. Now it's starting to heat up with 9 to go. All bets are off. High line working together well. Remember, 3 cars and you should have enough to have a great draft running with each other. And those are team orders on the top, middle, and bottom low. As Mitch Diamond is down low, as Niles McCorder cuts in front of Mitch Diamond on that low lane. Let's see how this is going to play off now that everyone's pushing as hard as they can. I have faith in that outer line if you can just stay connected. The cars are going to want to dive down in front for some reason. Let's see if they stay out there and have discipline to stay on the outside line and make it work. It's been the faster line. Oh, and Scotty has stepped in the 8, come very close together right now. 8 to go now, 8 to go. All hands on deck, 8 to go. Got a big group of 4 up high pushing together. That line should have more momentum eventually, unless that bottleneck can get it together. Mitch Diamond stuck behind the 15. Needs to stay up with that front pack. As you see now, they are starting to come down in front of that lower lane to control it. For some reason, everyone drops down low and leaves their guys hanging out to dry on that upside line. I don't get it. I don't know. It's just been the trend, but let's see how it plays off. I could be wrong. Excuse me. Oh, and they're getting close, real tight there. The 94 all by himself out there. 84 Oppinger all out there by himself. He's probably going back waiting for his buddy Mitch Diamond, his teammate, trying to pick him up to help give him a push. We have to keep an eye on that. You know, the 65 and 84 work together. So does that top 3 cars in the upper lane. As we're 6 to go, coming around turn 3, I believe. We're gonna be 5 to go at the line. With 5 laps to go left, the strategies have paid off for Steyrs and company. They are all up in the top 4 right now. The cars have pitted together. They did a great job coming in and getting out of pit lane. And it looks like it's paid off. There are a couple cars, back markers they're gonna be coming up on that might come into play. Let's go on board with the number 23, Joey Steyrs. Take a look at what his look is at right now through the cockpit. There's his buddy, teammate, number 3, Ryan Twinham. 77 Neil, they're all working together, I believe. But imagine that outside line seems to have a little momentum. With 5 to go here. Very close. Woo. 5 to go. There's Smith at 37. Dr. Peppercar making himself known. Number 9, Anthony Moss Jr., another playoff driver, looking for that win to lock in. All right, it's game time now, folks. Take the gloves off. No friends, no teammates. It's all for this win with 4 to go at the line. We are 4 to go left here at Talladega. No cautions yet. We could have had a caution, but iRacing officials turned another blind eye in an earlier wreck between Ty Killa and Pim Luth. There is the lap traffic or car back markers that they're going to have to deal with now. If they both go low and one high, that's going to cause problems. That's not going to work. This is going to be interesting, folks. They're going to make it work somehow. Let's see. This is going to be tight. They're making them thread the needle through the back markers. McGriffin gives them some space to on down on the apron. But that was not what these cars wanted to see, definitely. Either both go high or both go low. 3 to go now. Any yellows right now is going to set off a green-white checkered unless they hit the white flag. It will lock it in. So these cars looking for that white flag to lock in the field. But if a yellow comes out beforehand, that will reset the field and set off a green-white checkered situation, as we like to call here in the biz, overtime. Yeah. All right. This looks like 2 lanes still forming. No 3 wide yet. That inside line really making it work now, making me eat my words, because they are just blowing away that outside line. Unless Ryan Twinham, I know he wouldn't do nothing fishy. I know he's a hard racer and would want to win just as bad as the next guy. But this line is slowing up. Seems like it's just slowing down a little bit when it's been so dominant. He wants to get behind Joey to push him, it seems, and there's the move, almost causing an accident to be able to push Joey to that win. Let's see how this is going to pay off with 2 to go now. This is the move. Neil, 77 is going to get out loose. It might cause an accident. Yes, we got the big one here at Talladega. It's going to collect the back of the field. No yellow, though. I can't believe it. It's got to be in yellow. No yellow yet. Oh my goodness. Our leader right now is Joey Stires in this group of 4. Is that the white flag? Unbelievable, folks. There's another incident with no yellow flag. These officials have yet to call a yellow flag this race with 2 occasions that should have been called. But here's your race leaders now as they come down the backstretch for the final time. That's Stires, Swindham, Maurer, Moss, and Smith. These guys are all teamwork working. Let's see if anything happens between teammates here. Joey and Maurer both need this win, though, to get their tickets punched to the next round. All right, folks, as they come out of turn 4 for the last time, through the tri-oval they go. Maurer, Stires, who's it gonna be? Pushing cars. It looks like it's gonna be Stires at the line. Maurer's gonna get that second. I'm not sure. Oh, a photo finish. It's gonna be Stires with your winner. I don't know how the fans are gonna react to people trying to help push other people and almost causing accidents, in my opinion. But that's the end of the race. What a great finish that was. Stires is gonna be your winner. As more cars come through the check finish line there. And this is your second pack. That's Sam Milk and Jared Kelly. All these spots count towards their playoffs as they start to come through the tri-oval now. Looks like it's Milliken, Jared Kelly, door to door. Sam gives him a door post. Both cars are going to lose 2 spots because of that. Oh my. Oh, what a finish. I can't believe we didn't have any yellow flags this race. 2 should have been called, but that's up to the officials and iRacing server to call that. They turned yet another blind eye here at Talladega Speedway. Wow, what a race. Congratulations to Joey Stires. Getting a push from his teammate, almost causing an accident because of that push, but that's okay. That's racing, folks. Teammates matter. All right, and with that win, Joey Stires punches his ticket into the next round of 8. So 2 spots are locked down for sure. That's David Owens in number 11 and Joey Stires in number 23 car. Both punched their tickets into the round of 8. We have one more race left, and I believe it's going to be Charlotte Speedway for race 3 of round 1 to determine our field of 8. And after whoever wins it or not, point leaders standings, top 8 make it to the next transfer to the next round. And as we check out Joey here getting his burnout celebration, I'm sure we'll hear from him in the booth as guys filter in here. So just give me a moment here. I'm sure some guys will come in here to give us their point of view. Hey Joey, congratulations on the win, man. Looks like your teammate coming into the field really helped you out there to get that win with Ryan Tweenham. But tell us how your race went and the strategy that went behind it.
Races together throughout every league there is, it seems, and we've had so much success working together. And he was telling me coming down to the wire he was going to push me, and I was so thankful for that. And between me, Nate, just Doug, Neal, there were so many fast guys. Me, Nate, Doug, and Ryan the whole time working together. David Owens was in there at some points there. He kind of lost the draft on one of the earlier instances there on the backstretch, and he lost our draft, and that changed his race. But yeah, it was just a lot of good drafting with all these guys. It's a lot of fun, these plate races. You never know how they're going to go. So we came out on top today.
Right on. Well, hey, congratulations to you and your team there. And speaking of team, Ryan, how'd it go there, man? How did you feel trying to get behind Joey there to make the push and almost causing that accident that didn't get a yellow flag, but it paid off for you and Joey there at the end?
Oh, absolutely. It was my main goal coming in here. He even asked me what my game plan was, and I said it was to get him the win any means necessary, outside of obviously wrecking anybody. It's funny because Nate and my first race in the BRL, I pushed Nate around trying to get him a championship at Tega. So we're coming around 4, and he's like, "Don't door me, Ryan." I was like, "I usually push both of you, so I wasn't trying to wreck you. I don't care which one wins, just one of you win."
No, it was good, man. It was pretty clean. It was just, yeah, no wrecking. It just set off man, I can't believe you should have had probably 2 yellows, but it's all good, man. Made the race go by faster. It was an exciting race there at the end. Really built up the excitement towards the end. But going here over to Nate. Nate, how'd your race go tonight? And what'd you see out there?
It was awesome. I didn't watch the broadcast or anything yet, but my old man just texted me and said a hell of a finish. So I guess it probably looked pretty good from up in your perspective. But yeah, I mean, we just rode around the back, and the pit stops at these super speedways always separates the boys from the men, and every pit stop we had, we came out top and just would start managing the race from there. It was fun working with Ryan. I haven't got to race with Ryan in quite some time. It was fun having him in there, Joey and Doug. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun. I seen them, they were going 3 wide and stuff, so I backed out with like maybe 6-7 laps to go. I fell back to like 12th. I was just waiting for it, and I had a feeling Doug was going to get bumped. I know how it gets towards the end. Leader always gets bumped out of the way, and that's what happened. And I just stayed high and got around it. And big thanks to Anthony and Moss for coming in clutch here the last lap and gave me every bit of a chance to get out ahead of Joey there on the front stretch.
Right on. And then, like, so the strategy, I saw like Joey and Nate, some of you guys drop back kind of in that backpack. Was that all in preparation for that last pit stop to take as least amount of fuel, come out together and just start trying to make a charge to the front after that last pit stop?
I felt like we pitted a little too early, and a lot of them guys are out ahead of us because those guys that pitted after us could not take. They didn't have to take near as much fuel. It probably saved them 2-3 seconds on the track. But no, it all worked out. I mean, I took full fuel on that last stop. I probably didn't really have to, but I did.
Okay.
And yeah, we just, I guess, I don't know, maybe we just have better communication with everybody, and we got back up to the front after that.
Right on, man. Well, hey, congratulations to your whole group there and team. And let me throw it over here to Jared Kelly. Jared, how'd it go out there tonight, man?
It's going good, racing with Chris. We were sitting bumper to bumper, and then I lost touch of him on that last pit stop, and just nobody would get on my bumper. They'd be behind me and just sit 2 tenths there and just sit there and not do anything to help either of us out. So that kind of frustrated me throughout that whole last 20 laps or so. Just pissed me off, but it's whatever. I'm going to Charlotte. I'm just gonna freaking drive this thing.
Right on, man. Yeah. And then how'd it go there at the finish there between you and Sam Milliken there at the start, going towards the flag finish there, man?
It was just, I battled getting freaking loose, just sliding up the racetrack in the trial ball, raced along, and just, yeah, I don't know, dude. It was just
good, man.
racing.
Yeah, it was a good race, man. No worries, man. And we're gonna throw it over here to David Owens, our resident president of our league here. David, how'd your race go? I know I saw you charge up to the front there for a brief period and then filter towards the back sometimes, but how'd your race go tonight?
It was good. It was fun. I'm super surprised and proud of these guys going green flag at Talladega. It was basically just working my way through, having fun and seeing who I could race with. And unfortunately, somewhere in there, I got bumped out of the way and leading it and just lost the draft with that. So other than that, had fun. It was a blast. Great racing. We had a bunch of new guys in there. Super proud of them keeping it clean as well. They learned a lot, so having fun.
Yeah, it was great racing, David. And yeah, it just seemed like some cars weren't comfortable with giving guys a push, and that's the whole part of being able to get lines of the move. You need to push if you're the second car behind the leader to help the whole group move forward. And I know it's a it's a skill to learn, but when you get guys that maybe not exactly know how it works, it can be frustrating. But it did seem like that higher line, middle line had more momentum when it was getting ran by the correct, the people knew what they're doing. But great racing by all. And as we get ready to sign off here, I'll throw it back to Joey, our race winner. Joey, anything left to say there before we sign off?
Yeah, I want to just give the guys a shout out again in my Discord for working with me tonight. Doug, Nathan, and Ryan, and Owens when he was up there too. So thanks to them guys. My girlfriend for being here watching me race, let me race, and Owens for putting on the league and being the best admin he can. And we are happy to have him. And of course, Kevin, you guys over at Cav OK. The K stands for Kevin, as always.
That's right. Don't forget it.
We appreciate everything you do. So thank you.
No worries, man. I thank you for that. And then Ryan, anything else before we sign off out of here, man?
Yeah, just to copy what Joe said, it was a great job working with Doug and the Simbox guys over there. We worked together in another league too, so it was good finally being able to race with those guys. They haven't been to the Sunday League in a while, so good reconnecting with them, and then racing with Owens as well. And I'm just super proud of Joey being able to pull this off. I know he was stressing it, and he helped me out in another league, and I told him I'd return the favor tonight, so I'm happy it worked out for him.
Right on. And then Jared, anything else want to sign off with there, brother?
Yeah, thanks to Pim and Chris for being my teammates there. It was fun. I always enjoy hanging out with Chris and Pim, from Pim being up in the booth, just having that friendship there. But I guess the only thing I want to say is for those that keep track of the Bonfire Cup Series, Season 8, I'm back in the car full-time racing.
All right, so everyone's been warned. Stay clear. Maybe, just take it easy around Jared there. No, I'm just kidding, Jared. You are a really good talent and always keeps it interesting and great at road courses by far. So we'll be excited to see that. And David, we'll sign off with you, man, our leader, our fierce leader there. Where are we racing next week? And
we're at Charlotte next week. So that's definitely going to be a technical track to see who can lock themselves in the next round, or are we going to get a different winner, a non-playoff driver to win. So that locks me and Joey into the round of 8. So we can, take it easy next week if we need to. And again, shout out to you guys at Cav OK, you, Kevin, Pim, Chris Moore for letting us have y'all broadcast this, and Eagle, the guy in here, is Steve. He's our basically the guy that started the QRL back in March of 2020 when COVID hit. He was able to make his racing return tonight, so glad to have him back racing with us as well.
Oh, that's awesome, David. Well, Steve, a big shout out to you for starting this league and giving everyone the opportunity to race in it, and kind of build a little community around it. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you for sure. I been watching the broadcast. You guys are doing an amazing job at making QRL look like a star. So really appreciate it, guys.
No problem, man. It's easy to do with all the talent you guys have out on the track. So it's really no problem at all. But well, I just want to say thank you to everyone, and thank you for joining us here tonight. And we'll be next week at Wednesday at Charlotte Raceway Speedway. So we'll be excited to see you guys there. And this is Kevin signing off, and we'll see you guys next week for QRL Racing. Thank you.